know that Gen Z thing where if you're streaming on something underrated, it makes you cool? Well, look no further because we could turn you to a cool kid who's into romance with the top 10 new underrated romance anime to watch. Number 10, the most heretical last boss queen, from villainous to savior.
ステイルみたいな素敵なセッションにふさわしい王女に姉になりたいと思うから。
Does reincarnation give you a second chance at life or a curse to relive your mistakes? That's the question that haunts Pride Royal Ivy, a young girl who remembers her past life as a fan of a popular otame game. She is shocked to discover that she has been reborn as the game's villainess, a cruel and arrogant princess who's destined to die at the hands of the heroes. But Pride is not the same as her game counterpart.
アーサーには勇敢、ひたむき、強く美しい。それにあの日の誓いを愛します。
I'm gonna flat out say it, this series needs way more attention than it's getting. It's so refreshing to see, and it allows us to notice other things within the story and its context, specifically the foreshadowing. It keeps us on our toes and interested in the direction that it takes us next. Oh, and the art? Chef's kiss. Number 9, The Tale of Outcasts.
ミステリア望みなどとうにないと思っていたが、どうやら私は君と共にいる未来が欲しいらしい。
If you ever feel lonely, you might wish for a friend who'll never leave you. Marbus, a mysterious and furry creature who claims to be immortal and Wisteria's best friend. But their friendship is not without danger, as they are hunted by those who want to capture or kill Marbus for his power.
でも今はあなたが見えているこの目が私の宝物になりました。
Though the plot may not be super innovative or super thought out, though, it does make for an interesting story. It's never a burden to watch and is really good as a show to watch for fun without overthinking about what's gonna happen next. Of course, the art is gorgeous, and the main parts use a more basic style that reminds me of masterpieces by A1 Pictures, but at the same time, 2000s anime. Overall, it's a fun show that not enough people know about. It's definitely one of the hidden gems this season. Number 8, Tear Moon Empire.
では行こうか。僕にしっかりと。ミヤ姫、そんなに捕まらなくても大丈夫だから。分かっていますわ。こんなの余裕ですわ。
What would you do if you had the chance to rewrite your own history? Mia Luna Tear Moon got that exact opportunity when she woke up as her younger self just before the revolution that'll end her life happens. She remembers everything that happened in her previous life, so she decides to use her knowledge to change her destiny and save her kingdom from ruin. But it's not as easy as it sounds.
だが僕の方がきっと君の気持ちより強いはずだ。
あら、負けず嫌いですわね。私より繊細と言いたいのかしら。
The big part of this anime is the comedy and drama. The comedy is quite enjoyable and not repetitive, and the drama requires you to still think and enjoy the show, all while feeling you're actually the protagonist. All in all, it's an enjoyable series with a lot of humor and some glimpses of darkness here and there. When you love shows like Baccarina, you will love this one as well. Number 7, Gekkai Elise.
お茶をお持ちいたしました。
読書の邪魔になる。
え？
それと変な勘違いはやめてもらいたい。私はただ父上の命を受けてそなたと結婚しただけだ。
Reborn as a villainess, she chose to be a healer. That's the story of Elise de Clorence, a former surgeon who remembers her past life as a noble lady who caused misery and death to everyone around her. She promises to change her fate and make up for her mistakes using her medical skills to save lives and heal wounds. But time is running out for her as she has only 6 months to prove herself before she's forced to marry the prince she once loved and betrayed.
そんなに隅々まで触るものなのか。
より正確な診断を下すために必要なことですので。
まさか他の患者の時もこうなのか。
What gives Gekkai Elise an edge is that there's actually real healthcare knowledge used in the anime, and there is great progression and character development between Elise and the characters around her throughout the series. It's also pretty realistic, and there are no over-sexualizing characters, which is a huge plus. Or is it? Number 6, the reincarnation of the strongest exorcist in another world.
どうか 的はダメにしちゃったけど大丈夫だよね。
リーファ風すごいじゃないか。どうしたんだよあれ。
Power can be a blessing or a curse, depending on how you use it. Haruyoshi Kuga learns this the hard way. After being betrayed and killed by his rivals, he reincarnates in another world as Saika Lamprog. But Saika is not an ordinary boy. He has the memories and skills of his previous life, and he's determined to use them to his advantage. He makes friends and enemies and also discovers secrets and mysteries.
せいかくん、これスカート短くないかな。
そんなことないんじゃない。
What really brings it all together is it's really good writing. Other isekai shows are still not worth watching despite the interesting protagonists because their writing simply isn't good enough. This show makes its story work by putting intelligent thought into it. The animation is really detailed too, with landscapes and well-designed characters that help make it better. And not to mention, the pacing is pretty good. Number 5, Alice and Therese's Illusion Factory.
相模むつみと似てるけど、もしかして双子とかなのか。
爪？
お前のとこにいつも通ってくる女だ。
What would you do if time froze? I bet you just watch anime, but that is the question that Masamune wants to answer too. She has no hope of escaping his monotonous life until he meets Mitsumi, a girl who knows a secret way to the steel mill. There, they find another girl who looks like a wolf and cannot talk. She is the key to unlocking the truth behind the town's situation.
これ手紙なんだ。
みつみくれた。
どうも不格好だと思った。
Hundreds of anime in my pocket, and never have I seen one more underrated than this. First off, it is crazy that all the details were done so well. It has incredible fluidity and backgrounds to match, and what would stand out the most is the color palette that made the scenes even better. They knew how to convey the despair of the world really well, and they also knew how to highlight the small happy moments that the characters can have. Number 4, To Every You I've Loved Before.
カズネ、
何？
分かってるとは思うけど、本当に好きなんだ。僕と。
いや。
Love's a strange and unpredictable thing. Koyomi Tasakagi meets Kazune Takigawa, a cheerful girl who claims to be his girlfriend from another world. And I wish I had a girlfriend in another world. She says that they were madly in love in the 85th world, where they have shared many adventures and memories. But in this world, they're just classmates who barely know each other.
何？
私と付き合ってくれない？
いいけど。どこへ？
One of the standout elements of these movies is how they execute their unique concept. Watching them in the order of blue to red felt like I was on a mystery hunt with Scooby-Doo. This approach made the overall viewing experience better and literally made me say, oh, so that's what happened. The OST sounds like it's from Road to You and Flavors of Youth, which is perfect since we're talking about teenage romance here. Number 3, Oku, The Inner Chambers.
楽しいと思ったことも嬉しいと思ったことも正直ないがの。だがもしわしがここに生まれてきた意味がどこかにあるというのなら今はそれを確かめてみたいと思う。
History is written by the winners, but sometimes the truth is hidden in the shadows. That is what Yoshimune Nobu Tokagawa discovers when she enters the Uku. She is confused by the strange customs and traditions that govern the Uku and the mysterious disease that only affects guys. She decides to investigate the origins of the Uku and the secrets of the first female shogun. But what she finds is not a tale of glory and honor, but of pain and sacrifice.
女将軍家光の誕生である。
One of the things that impressed me the most was how the author wasn't afraid of anything. She didn't care about any kind of controversy, and we gotta show our respect. When it comes to animation quality and sound, I have to congratulate Studio Dean for this. To sum it up, this is such an interesting and dramatic story that could get anyone easily addicted to it, especially those interested in history. Number 2, The Tatami Time Machine Blues.
1年前コインランドリーで持ち熊を洗った時、男物の下着に変わってしまったのです。それ以来その下着の持ち主を探していました。
その下着 私にぴったりだと思います。
Sometimes the smallest things can make the biggest difference, which is why you should start doing your New Year's resolutions. But a young man and his friends also learned that when they try to fix a broken air conditioner by using a time machine, they think it'll be a simple and harmless trip. But they soon realize that they've messed up the timeline and created a lot of trouble for themselves and others. I mean, come on, wasn't it obvious?
決まっていたというのか。
そうです。タイムマシンがやってくることも、それによって引き起こされることも、リモコンが壊れることも、私たちが今こうしてここにいることも。
If you like the Tatami Galaxy, then you'll definitely love this. Godly visuals, great humor, an interesting and mind-bending plot, and fun characters that you would want to see again. All in all, a small package of 6 slightly shorter episodes. Each and every character is unique and has its own gimmick that makes them memorable. Just watch it and you'll know what I mean. Number 1, The Tunnel to Summer, The Exit to Goodbyes.
それと、私は遠野くんのこと気に入ってるの。
え？
変な勘違いしないで。好きとかそういうのじゃないから。
Life is full of surprises. You never know what you're gonna get, the sweet and the bitter ones. So that's why I have no expectations whatsoever. Anyway, Karu Touno discovers a strange tunnel that can grant wishes. He thinks he can use it to fix his problems, but he soon realizes that everything comes with a price. He also meets our girl Anzu Hanashiro, who wants to use the tunnel for her own purposes. Together, they enter the tunnel and explore its mysteries.
私は遠野くんのいる世界に行きたい。だからあのトンネルが必要なの。ねえ、遠野くん。私にもあなたが見てる世界見せてよ。
Tunnel to Summer is a movie that has so much sentimental value, with great messages hidden under its breathtaking storytelling. Watching Tunnel to Summer without knowing anything is the way to do it. This movie probably had one of the best writing I've ever seen, and the characters and animation are no joke too. That's why it's number 1 in our list of the top 10 new underrated romance anime to watch.